When do I need to leave a bad relationship? How do I get myself out of it when I do find out that it is a bad relationship and I don't need to be in it? Because you've gotten so much time invested into it and it's energy, put so much into this thing that sometimes it's just hard to let it go. And you trying to find out, what's the best way to do this without to hurt the person's feelings. Or sometimes you're afraid to leave because they become abusive or they become very, very controlling of your whole entire life and you don't really have a life anymore. So there are some things that I wrote down, just a few notes that would help you if you are going through something like this privately and you don't really know who to talk to or where to go to get this information. There's so many coaches out here and there's so many YouTube videos and there are so many social media websites and stuff like that. You get online, just Google it. But sometimes you just need somebody to just sit down and just talk to you. So let me talk to you today, okay? The first thing I want you to do is to look around and I want you to pay close attention to your surroundings. Is this a happy place for you in your life right now? Are you happy the majority of the time? Now, people have issues and you have a few spats every now and then, but I'm talking about at the end of the day, and after everything is all over and said and done, is this a happy place for you? Are you truly happy? And I mean really happy. And you know what happy feels like when something great happens for you and you're on top of the world. Does your relationship make you feel like that the majority of the time? And if it doesn't, you need to start evaluating right now. I want you to believe what you see around you. You understand what I'm saying? Believe what you see. Stop playing with it. We've done that too long. You've been hurting too long. You've been crying too long. You've been crying too much. You're wasting tears over unnecessary things. There's going to be times in your life where we're going to go through a trial and a challenge of learning the right thing to do and what's the wrong thing and what's the right thing to do. This is one of those times. There's wisdom. You understand what I'm saying? There is wisdom in things like this. You never stay too long. You understand? You stand too long. You've been sitting there taking this and you need to get out of it. You need to make a plan to leave, but you just won't do it. So the first thing I want you to do is this. I'm going to go back. If you're in a bad relationship and you don't know how to get yourself out of it, I want you to take a look around you and ask yourself, is this a happy place for me? And is this working for me? If it's not working for you, then you know what you need to do. You need to move on, okay? Believe everything you see around you is the truth. And what they say to you, please believe that it is the truth. How they treat you, baby, that is the truth, okay? And how they treat you is confirming what they're saying to you. And what you see around you. You say, well, is this real? Maybe it's not real. No, stop playing. Stop playing. You know in your heart whether it's real or not. You know. Ain't nobody got to come tell you nothing. You know. Okay? I'm going to be that friend that's going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. Not going to sugarcoat it for you. I've had to have people tell me the truth, sometimes. And tell me, hey, stop, Lady P. Stop tripping. You know better. See, there's something inside of us. There's like this get real clock, and it just says, look, stop playing, look. And time is running out, and it's going tick, 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 tick. You heard me the first time, tick, 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 tick. You heard me the second time, tick, 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 tick. You heard me the third time, tick, 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 the fourth and the fifth and the sixth and the 10th time. And we don't listen to it. It's telling time is running out. That means the time that you're spending in this relationship with this person, it is up. Time is up. We need to be doing something else with our time right now. And you know it. The thing about it too is, are they helping you become your better self? I want you to think about it. Is there something in their life that's boosting your life? Or are you boosting their life and nothing's happening in yours? Yours is going down and theirs is going up. It shouldn't be happening like that. This is an even win-win thing. It should be happening. So the kindest thing that you can do right now is to take a look around, and you need to find out, are you happy right now the majority of the time? If you're not happy, you're not in a happy space, that means you're not in a happy place, okay? In your head, that's what I'm talking about. Now, their behavior tells you so much more about what's going on around you. Do you feel like you're walking on eggshells? Are you afraid to say something to them? Are they jumpy, critical to you a lot? Do they support you on a regular basis? Or are you supporting them? And I don't mean just with words. I mean, are you supporting them with money, cars, whatever, backing them up with everything they got? If they got some new venture you off into, you trying to help them do this thing. We got to get better at this, sisters. We got to do better than this. We up here supporting these boogers, and hey, it is time out for the foolishness, okay? They got to stand on their own 2 feet like you got to stand on your own 2 feet. You can be on welfare, and you up here really trying to help this guy, and you on welfare. You got kids, you on welfare, and this guy is mooching and eating off you. And you say, well, at least he with me, he spend time with my baby sometime. He be playing with them sometime, and I needed some gas last week, and he got me some gas money. Really? Is that all you want? You just want some guy that's going to give you some gas money? I don't think so. They don't supposed to just give you gas money. Hello? What happened to our self-esteem? We got to build that right on back up. Baby, you worth so much more than that. I'm not talking to make you feel down. I want you to come on, step back up. It's like they done pushed you down and I'm pulling you back up, okay? I want you to stop doing that to yourself. This is for women who are young sometimes, and sometimes we can be old and be doing specialness. Just special. We know better. We got to do better. Okay? So if you're in a bad relationship, and a relationship that's bad means it's not healthy for you right now. It's pulling you down rather than building you up. You can't be smart enough because they get mad and they feel less than. That ain't your fault. You don't become dumb so they can be smart, so they can look smart. No, baby, you walk that walk and talk that talk. If you go to school, if you're going to school and you're trying to better yourself, keep doing it. Don't stop school because they say you don't need to go to school. You don't need to be better than that. You don't know who you think you are. And you got your little brain on you now. You're going to school. You think you're somebody. I sure do. Don't you ever let anybody make you feel less than. And if you don't feel, if the guys are not paying you attention and they're not making you feel pretty, you with this guy and he don't make you feel beautiful. He don't make you feel important. He don't make you feel appreciated or valued. The minute that stops, then you need to check yourself, because we have allowed these things, allowed guys to make us feel less than, and that's not okay. You do not let anyone take your identity from you. You understand what I'm saying? Never let anyone take your identity from you. Whether it be the things that you have done, let that just identify you. The things that you don't do anymore, you just say, oh, I don't have an identity anymore because I don't do that anymore. I'm not this person. If I come back and say, I'm not this person anymore because I don't coach anymore and I don't do this anymore. That's not true. You are to the core who you've always been, and that is the unique, authentic you. You are beautiful. You are talented and don't even know it. And you putting everything on the back burner so you can help this guy that you want you so bad, want to love you so bad, want to be in his world so bad. You just gotta have him in your world. You feel like you losing if you lose him. But don't you know that if you lose yourself, you've already lost everything. So guess what we gotta do? We gotta go back in there and we gotta go find out who we are once again. Who were you before you met this person? What were you doing before this person? Sometimes we get into relationships because we're running through a lonely spell. We're lonely. And so we find ourselves not in a relationship, but it's more of a situationship. And we find ourselves, how I get myself off in this? I can't believe I did this to myself. And you know you better than that. You know you're worth more than that, especially the way they treat you. And you got to understand that life is here to teach us many lessons, and it's just time to learn them. And the way you show that you've learned it is you stop doing the same old thing all over again, okay? Now, I want you to make a plan to leave, okay? When you plan to leave, you don't play with it. If you know for a fact that you're not ready to go, don't do it. Stop playing with it, because you're going to be going in and out, in and out, in and out. And, it's going to be running crazy in your own head and theirs too. And they're going to know that they can play games with you. Once the door is closed, you do not open it up again. This is the number one thing you cannot do. If you're trying to get out of a bad relationship and you're trying to stay out of a bad relationship, once you tell them it is time to get out that door, once they're out the door, you leave them out the door. That's it. If you're not happy with this person and you're having craziness going on all the time, y'all, it's so unhealthy. It's just ridiculous. Y'all fight all the time. You argue all the time. You don't get along. You don't agree on anything. Y'all always trying to hurt each other, get each other back, revengeful. And you always got to put your hands on each other. Baby, it is time to go. Because the thing about it is that somebody going to get hurt. Somebody going to lose their life. Somebody going to go to jail. Somebody going to lose something. Okay? And the smartest thing that you can do and the most wise thing you can do is just walk away. Stop trying to make something be that's not. Stop trying to force it, okay? So, in your heart, you have to let it go. In your mind, the memories of, what it could have been or what it should have been, or even the things that it was. Those good times, that's what make us stay them good times. We forget about the bad for a minute, and we start thinking about them good, and they just seem to linger, you know. They just keep lingering, and then all of a sudden, somebody wake us up and say, hey, you remember that time that booger slapped you? You remember that time when that boy was up there talking crazy, called you outside your name? Do you remember the time that he made you feel less than you ever felt in your life? Do you remember the time you had high self-esteem and now you got low self-esteem? Do you remember that time? Do you remember that time? He told you couldn't even go hang out with your friends. He was being controlling. He was telling where you been, where you going, where you think you're going. Take that dress off. I don't like the way you wear that. I don't like the way you wear your hair. You don't forgot? Did you forget? Did you forget? Even sometimes guys can get to the point where they get into public and they just embarrass you. They took over your whole entire life and you let them. It is okay to walk away. You understand what I'm saying? So in your heart, you got to let go. In your mind, you got to let go. In your habits and things, your actions. So don't do what you used to do for them. Stop becoming giving advice out. They want to talk about their problems, they want you to be Superwoman. They want you to be Betty Crocker and Martha Stewart. They want you to be a freak in the bed. You know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I mean. You just got to stop it. And the thing about it is that they want you to be Ann Landers and give them advice. Well, I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to do it, girl. I'm going through something, and you just giving the best advice. Stop giving it to them. The Bible says. I'm back on the Bible, huh? The Bible says, don't cast your pearls to swine. That means stop giving great information and planting those seeds in the wrong places. You're not going to get any harvest from it. Nothing good is going to come out of it. It's just something to help them get ahead, and then they move on to the next thing. And the thing about it is that you think you're the only person. You think the only one that's going to stop, that they're going to use to help come up in the world. No, once you gone and once you're done with them, they're going to go find somebody else to be the next puppet, the next person that they're going to do it with. That's not for you to worry about. It's not your problem anymore. You move on. Go do you. Be you, do you, and know exactly who you are so you can do that. Okay? And the last thing is to find you now. What did you lose in this relationship? You understand what I'm saying? What did you lose? When you make that plan to leave and you done made up your mind, it's time to get out there and make some things happen for you. Now, guess what happens? You got to go back out there and you got to go find out who you are. You're not going to find another guy. There's not time right now. And that's what I think the problem is. A lot of times we go try to find another person. It ain't time for all that yet. It's time for you to go out there and find out who you are. What color you like, what color you don't like. Now, we already found out what we don't like in a guy. So we know that already. So in order to find out what kind of guy we really do like, we need to find out who we are and what we like. Okay? Not in the guy, but in ourselves, because we'll start to track what we already got in us. So if you want somebody to love you, then you got to learn how to love you and then love the things around you. Make things around you be lovely. Okay? Make things around you be happy. Make things around you be things to laugh about. Okay? Make things about you fascinating. You know what I'm saying? If you want a fascinating guy, you got to be fascinating. If you want a guy that makes you laugh, then you got to be funny too. Okay? Don't always look for them to put in the work of being funny. Also, if you want a smart guy, then you got to be smart. Put yourself in intellectual areas. Go to good meetings, business meetings. You want to have a business guy, you got to be in business places. You know what I'm saying? You cannot just sit there inside of your house and say, oh, I just want this to be happening for me. I just want, oh Lord, please bring this person to me, God, in Jesus' name, amen. You got to put some work with that. Start prepping for the person that you want. Start prepping for the things you want to be doing. Start prepping, okay? Stop waiting and saying, oh, I hope that they come and I hope that. So now you're not going to dive back into another relationship, okay? You're going to wait, okay? Hold off and get yourself together. Sometimes when we're in a bad relationship and we see ourselves leaving, and some people say, and you all of a sudden you physically left, you don't understand. You've already left a long time ago emotionally. They just don't know it. They just now catching up to it. And sometimes we are already doing the prep work on ourselves before we even left the relationship. It was ending anyway, and so we were digesting this thing like, you know what, it's not going to last much longer. I can see it. I'm trying to fight for it, but it's just really no need to fight for it. And so guess what happens? We end up staying longer and longer because we don't want to really let go, but we also working at the same time to let go, but we still trying to hold on. And then finally one day we get the understanding that I'm gonna have to just release it and let be free. And in order to be free, you're gonna have to let it go. It is not good for you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like bad food. It's gonna make you sick. You understand? You're gonna have to become more healthy in your mindset, okay? Thinking that I need to do better. Now I'm going to do better. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to cry anymore. I don't want to feel sad anymore. I want to be happy. Why tell yourself that if you're not going to do the work? Go be happy. You don't have to be sad. You're choosing to be sad. Go be happy. Go be free. Go be you. Go do you. It is okay, baby. Everybody lives in this world and they do their time while they're here. Why not do it happy? Why not do it free? Why not have to worry about, why do you have to be the one worrying about all the issues and the problems and, oh my God, all my life is woe is me and I can't get out of this? You're the prisoner, okay, in your own prison. There's no one holding you hostage but you, okay? No one's holding you hostage but you. So get out there and make some great things happen for you. Get in alignment with the things that you know that you need to do for yourself. If you stop going to school when you got with this guy, go back to school. If you stopped you started your own business and you stopped your business. If you spent more time with your children and then you stopped spending so much time with your children, go back. Just go back to where you was at, okay? Go back in there. If you know that you was hanging out with your friends, go apologize. I'm sorry I left y'all hanging. I'm back. Your girl is back, okay? Go spend some more time with some good friends, some good family members. Go see your family again. Whatever it was that you stopped doing, that you were happy doing before you met this person and got entangled with this bad relationship, go back, okay? Go back and start doing again. And that's where you're going to find your happy. And it will lead you to where you're trying to go when it comes to finding your new love again. Don't ever waste your time ever again with foolishness like that. Once you learn, you take it and you apply it. Stop wandering around here and finding yourself in another situationship, another relationship. If somebody wants to just be a friend to you, please let them be a friend to you. Don't push it. And if there's a guy that wants to play with you and all he wants to do is sleep with you, walk away. Matter of fact, run. Okay? They don't mean you no good. If you want to have somebody who cares about you, that respects you, that loves you, wants only you, then you hold out for exactly that and don't you dare settle. There are people in the world that want you. There are people that value you. They won't devalue you. They will call you and say, I appreciate you. They will show you that they care about you. They will respect you. And I want to talk to the moms out there who are single moms and they have children and you think you can't find a good guy, so you got to accept anything just because you have children. The devil is a lie. That is not true. I have lived my life for a while now, and what I have seen often is that the guy they don't just choose the mama, okay? They don't not choose her because she got children. They choose her because she got unresolved issues. And once her unresolved issues are fixed, then you'll start finding more guys will come, okay? They will come into your presence and they will stay. But you got to know your value and your worth. because you're going to get presented with all kinds of presentations from all types of men all over the world and all around your space, okay? They going to come to you. They think you're wonderful. They think you're great. They think you're a great catch for them. Oh, my God, she looks good. Oh, my God, she talks good. Oh, she got it going on. But you have to understand that you are the prize, okay? You are the prize. You are the prize. They want you. Now you have to decide if you want them. When you come out of a bad relationship, know your worth, find your worth, and you don't have anything else to worry about. And don't ever take yourself through that again. This has been a Kindness Moment for Lady Dr. P. And I'll see you again on the next round. God bless you.